Think trans voice training is just to manage dysphoria? Think again. Voice practices can help with much more than that, whether you realize it or not. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher. Whether you're here for gender euphoria, gender comfort, or just plain curiosity, I'm so glad you're here. Trans voice training is often talked about as if it's only for people who feel dysphoric about their voice, but that's far from the whole story. So we're going to look at 5 things voice training can do for you that go beyond what you might expect. But here's the most important thing to keep in mind. No one has to voice train. This is your choice. If it makes your life better, great. If it's not for you, that's okay too. Let's create a world where voice training is an empowering option, not an expectation. Let's start with the most common reason people voice train: voice dysphoria. This is when someone's voice feels out of sync with their inner sense of gender. For example, you might feel a sense of disconnect when you hear your voice played back.
Relatable.
Or maybe it's hard to express yourself fully because hearing your voice while speaking creates a sense of distress in your body. Voice training can help bridge that gap, creating a sense of congruence between your voice and your gender identity. And yes, that's where a lot of people experience gender euphoria, when their voice finally feels right. But here's the thing, dysphoria doesn't have to be dramatic for it to matter. Even a low-level discomfort can make it hard to feel fully at home in your own skin. I've worked with students who didn't even realize their voice was bothering them until they started training and felt the difference. It can be a huge shift. And if that's you, give yourself permission to explore. There's no threshold of discomfort you have to meet before your feelings are valid. But what if you don't feel dysphoric about your voice in a vacuum, but it's still causing problems? For some people, their voice gets them misgendered, like on the phone or as they move through their daily life. In this case, voice training can work like a bra. Yes, stay with me here. One of my students from my course, Mindful Voice Feminization, put it perfectly. She said, "I want my voice to be like a bra. It's like something I can put on in the morning for support and comfort as I go about my day, and then take off when I'm at home in a safe, relaxing space with people I love." And it's not just about avoiding the pain of misgendering, it's about creating a voice that makes you feel safe, confident, and supported, wherever you are. Some people think that voice training has to lock you into a new voice forever, but that's just not true. You can develop a voice that you use when you need it and still keep your old voice for other situations. If you're worried about losing your old voice or keeping it for when you're not out yet, don't worry. Voice switching is absolutely possible. Think of it like switching between different voices for your different languages, or switching between your personal and professional voices. It might take a little bit of practice, but it's completely normal and totally doable. Voice training doesn't have to be an all or nothing commitment. It's about giving you tools so you can use them in the way that works best for you. If your gender is more fluid or non-binary, voice training can be a way to expand your options. Let's say you have femme days and masc days, or maybe you want a voice that feels androgynous no matter what. Why not design voices that match your different presentations? It's like building a wardrobe, except this one includes vocal fry and inflection.
Jump scare.
And again, voice switching can help here too. You can absolutely develop multiple voices and use them in a way that feels authentic to you. I actually made a whole video about Paris Hilton's voice switching if this is something you want to learn more about. A lot of people ask, is it possible to have more than one voice? The answer is 100% yes. In fact, most people already do this naturally. Think about the way you might use a slightly different voice with your boss.
I was thinking we could name the company something like Paper Grate.
Then with the camera crew paid to follow you around.
Want to get some fresh blood? Euthanize this place?
You are disgusting. You'll never find love. I feel uncomfortable wearing the dress.
That same principle applies to gendered voices. It's just about practicing the switch intentionally. And if the idea of multiple voices for your multiple genders is exciting to you, check out my course, Mix and Match Designing Your Non-Binary Voice. It's designed to help you build a voice that is as flexible, dynamic, and unique as your gender. Sometimes, voice training is less about the destination and more about the journey. Maybe you're not sure if full throttle transitioning or gender nonconformity is right for you. And if you're trying out different ways of expressing yourself, like nail polish, growing out your hair, or experimenting with clothes, voice can be another part of that exploration. think of it like testing out a new possibility. How does this voice make me feel? Does it help me express who I am? What does it teach me about my identity? You don't have to have all the answers yet. Voice work can help you figure them out. And if you want some practical exercises for going through this exploratory process, check out my video from a few weeks ago called How to Pick a Voice That Feels Like You. Last but not least, voice training can just be fun. You don't need to overthink it. Playing with your voice, whether it's making silly sounds, imitating characters, or singing your heart out, is just a joyful, creative thing to do. This reminds me we should get some B-roll right now after this next take of me doing silly sounds. Okay, I think we got it.
Yeah.
Think about when you were a kid and experimented with your voice all the time, doing funny impressions or pretending to be a superhero.
Kermit the Frog here.
What more do you want from me?
Kermit the Frog here.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection.
That instinct to play is still inside you, even as an adult. One of the best parts of voice training is the freedom to experiment. So go ahead, be the cringe you want to see in the world. In these dark and unprecedented times, letting yourself play and explore is a radical act of self-care. And there you have it, 5 reasons to engage in trans voice training, from managing dysphoria to misgendering relief to safety, fluidity, exploration, and even just for fun. Remember, voice training is a choice, not an obligation. If it feels right for you, it can open up incredible possibilities. But if it's not for you, that's okay too. If any of the reasons today resonated with you and you want to go deeper on this journey, join my free webinar where I'll teach you everything you need to know to change the gender of your voice. We'll cover how you can start sounding like the authentic person you are just by using practice. Sign up now by clicking the link below, and remember to like and subscribe for more tips and insights on gender-affirming voice training. That's all for today. I've been Renee, and I hope this helps.
And can I ask you for one where you kind of like come out of the closet?
Oh my God. You got it. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Work. All right. Yeah, it's that kind.
Does that feel good to you?
Yeah, I like that.
Hell yeah, rap.
Rap, rap, we rapped. Yay! Ah!